A college basketball star weeps as he's taken to jail, charged with murder. University of Alabama's Darius Miles shouts to his mom.
You were supposed to go to the league, bro. You were supposed to go to the league. Over here trying to smoke people.
A Ring camera captured the chilling sound of gunfire and two bystanders fleeing for their lives.
Walking. Oh, Bobby, get out the way. Hey. This ain't no neighborhood to be in.
A bunch of pop, 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 and people just started running.
UA students shocked.
Don't think something like that can happen like right outside your apartment.
A college basketball star weeps as he's taken to jail, charged with murder.
Oh.
It's raw emotion as the University of Alabama's Darius Miles shouts to his mom.
You were supposed to go to the league, bro. You were supposed to go to the league. Over here trying to smoke people for no.
A 23-year-old mother was brutally murdered in that horrific shooting incident. On the night of January 14th, 2023, Jamia Harris, her boyfriend, Cedric Johnson, and her cousin were out in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, near the University of Alabama Strip District. Sometimes during the night, the group stopped at a local bar to get food. There, they encountered 21-year-old Darius Miles.
He looked like the one boy that played basketball. What's his name? Keontae George. I think he's in the league now, but
a forward
like
for
him.
The Alabama basketball team, and his friend, 20-year-old Michael Lynn Davis.
Okay.
Miles and Davis started talking to Jamia and her cousin, but neither lady was interested in talking to them. They didn't take the rejection well, which led to a verbal altercation between the two groups. That was when Jamia's boyfriend, Cedric, who had been sitting in the back seat, rolled down his window and asked the two men to stop bothering the girls and leave. Instead of making them leave, Cedric's intervention outraged Miles and Davis even more. They started.
You should have said that from the beginning, cuz. You feel me? As soon as they walked up to the car, no, they're not interested, bro. Like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even let them talk to them, even finish a sentence with them.
Threatening Jamia's group, and as the situation escalated, they left but returned shortly after with a gun. And that was when things took a deadly turn. Jamia Janae Harris was born in 1999 in Birmingham, Alabama. She grew up in a close-knit family where she was raised by her loving mother, DeCarla Hurd, and her stepfather, Kelvin Hurd. From a young age, Jamia was full of life. She was outgoing, bubbly, and had a smile that could light up a room.
Every day, she was full of energy, full of life. I mean, Jamia was everybody's best friend. When she was a little girl, she was everybody's best friend. Everybody wanted to be Jamia's friend.
She attended Winona High School, where she was a cheerleader and dancer. She had always been a leader, not a follower, and her strong personality made her stand out. Her mother once said that even as a child, Jamia insisted on being called Princess Jamia because she knew she was special. After graduation, she focused on building a stable life for herself and her son, because above everything else, Jamia was a mother first.
She had a son in high school?
Kenny was her world. At just 5 years old, he depended on her for everything, and she never let him down.
I also spoke with Jamia Harris's aunt, Tracy Smith, who described her niece as a smart and beautiful young lady with a bright future. Harris leaves behind her 5-year-old son, Kane, who Smith says was her world, telling us the love and bond between the two was unimaginable.
Jamia worked overnight shifts at Amazon,
you know how them Amazon get, bro. There's always the Amazon workers, my baby. Hey, her boyfriend, I'm just saying, bro, you should have watched her. You know what I mean? I know she's not here no more, RIP to her, but you should have watched her. You went, go through the phone or something, because the Amazon, they get crazy. It get crazy in there, bro, especially the overnight. You feel me? You never know what's going on in there, my nigga.
Sacrificing sleep and comfort to make sure he had everything he needed.
She probably
Even
had
when she was exhausted,
she
never complained. To her, providing for Kaney was worth the stress. She dreamed of giving him a bright future, but sadly, she could not, which makes what happened to her even more painful. It was Saturday, January 14th, 2023. Jamia was out with her boyfriend, Cedric Johnson. The couple were going to visit Jamia's first cousin, Asia Humphrey, near the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. The three of them were just enjoying their night, but at some point after midnight, they got hungry, so they decided to drive to a local restaurant to get something to eat.
Now look, boyfriend Cedric, why don't you got your blick on you? That's all I'm gonna say first. If you going out with your girl, y'all better meet up with a cousin, you feel me? Especially y'all going to college, y'all know how colleges get, bro. College campuses be crazy. You feel me? Why don't you got your blick on you? Tell me that. Why don't you got your blick on you, bro? If you don't got your blick, don't even be going outside, bro. I'm just saying.
Asia was behind the wheel. Jamea sat beside her in the front passenger seat, while Cedric was in the back. They were parked, waiting for their food, when two men approached their car.
Ooh.
These men were Darius Miles and Michael Lynn Davis. Now, Darius Miles wasn't just a random dude on the street. He was a well-known 21-year-old basketball player at the University of Alabama, a student athlete with a promising future. Michael
Davis, to watch his highlights.
On the other hand, was 20 years old and from Maryland.
I know I'll cook this shit out, but I need to watch his highlights just to see if he was really nice. Because that's going to determine what he thought he was, who he thought he was. Because he might think like, oh, I don't care if she got a boyfriend. I'm bull. Like, I'm D1 hooper from Alabama, you feel me? I average 20. I'm going to the league, first round draft pick next year. I could do any, that might.
God, he wasn't a student, but he and Miles were very close childhood friends.
Okay.
They were both out on the Strip, a popular nightlife area near the university. As they walked up to Jamea's car, they started flirting with the two ladies. At first, it was just harmless talk, expressing themselves and trying to get the girls' numbers. But according to Jamea's boyfriend, Cedric, their approach quickly became very annoying after Jamea and Asia had already told them they were uninterested. They made it clear they had boyfriends and didn't want to talk to them, but Miles and Davis wouldn't take no for an answer. They allegedly started moving around their car, and that was when Cedric rolled down his window and spoke up. He told them to leave the ladies alone since they didn't want to talk to them, but Davis wasn't having it. Instead of walking away, he got defensive and aggressive. Cedric said he looked him in the eyes and said, "You don't know who I am. You don't know what I do. I smack people." He kept repeating the same thing over and over.
Oh, Cedric, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's 2v1. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't got your shit on you, bro, you might want to, you might want to stand down or just drive away. Cause you ain't got nothing on you anyway. What you gonna fight, both of them? You beat the fuck up. I'm just gonna be honest.
Trying to intimidate them, but Cedric said he didn't care. He stayed calm, but made it clear that they weren't interested in any trouble. He told the men again to let the ladies be and move on, but Davis and Miles weren't letting it go. By this time, Cedric was starting to feel very uncomfortable about the whole situation. Something about these two men felt off, so he told Jamea and Asia that they should leave. But there was a problem. Their food hadn't been brought out yet, so they couldn't just drive away. They had to wait. Little did they know that those few extra minutes of waiting would cost Jamea her life. While they were still there, Miles messaged one of his teammates, Brandon Miller. He told Miller that he had...
Brandon Miller? The one that's in the NBA? You just messaged the nigga Brandon Miller and told him you about to smoke somebody?
Left his gun inside his car and then asked him to get it for him to the location near the university campus.
Wait, are we talking about the same Brandon Miller? I'm confused. The one that's in the league right now and he not charged for none of this? Oh yeah, him. Yeah, you, cuz.
Fortunately, Miller did as Miles asked, without even knowing what was going on and why he needed the gun.
Brandon.
According to reports, when he arrived with the gun, Miles retrieved the weapon from his vehicle and handed it to Davis. By this time, Jamea's group had gotten their food, but as they tried to drive away, they realized that Miles and Davis had blocked them in with their own car. While they were still trying to figure out what was going on, Davis got out of the car and walked toward them with the gun in his hand. Now, Jamea's boyfriend, Cedric, had a split second to react. He was in the back seat, unable to drive the car himself. But he wasn't defenseless though. He was armed with a gun as well. And as soon as Davis fired the first shot, he returned fire immediately. Then, chaos exploded in an instant.
A Ring camera on a home nearby captured the sound of the gunshots. Some of you may find this upsetting.
Get up out of there. Get up out of there. See, I thought he didn't have no blick.
It all happened within seconds. Davis turned and ran, but as he was fleeing, he raised his gun one last time and pulled the trigger. That bullet flew straight toward the passenger seat where Jamea was sitting and struck her in the face. As Cedric turned and saw Jamea slumped over her seat, he took the wheel from Asia and somehow maneuvered the car out of the trap, speeding away from the scene. He spotted a police car after some distance and waved down the officers to ask for their help, but by then, it was already too late for Jamea. She was gone. At just 23 years old, Jamea's life was snatched away in the most horrific way imaginable. All
See, this is
because two entitled men couldn't take no for an answer.
it's niggas like you, bro. Y'all messing up for everybody else too, bro. That's why all the females be out here giving fake numbers, saying, "Oh, you can get my Instagram. I only give them my Instagram." That's why they be doing that. That's why they be scared to say no and just straight up reject you, bro. And they lead you on thinking you about to crack whole time. She never texted you. That fake number she giving you, that ain't even hers. That's her old phone that don't even work no more. It's cause of y'all, bro. Y'all messing up for everybody. Y'all can't take no for an answer, bro. She don't want you. She don't want you, bro. She don't like. I really feel like he entitled because he a D1 player and he think he about to go to the league and shit. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm him. You feel me? She gonna take my number. I don't care if she got a boyfriend right there. I'm him. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, you ass, bro. I never even heard of you. That's how I know you ass.
Hours after Jamea's murder, investigators identified and located the shooters. Cedric told the officers that he was sure his bullets hit one of the shooters, and rightly so. When they arrested Michael Davis, he had a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Meanwhile, Darius Miles was also taken into custody. He knew his life was over the moment officers put him in cuffs. He was caught on camera crying during his arrest and telling his mother how much he loved her.
A college basketball star weeps as he's taken to jail, charged with murder. It's raw emotion as the University of Alabama's Darius Miles shouts to his mom.
What do you imagine? I swear. What do you imagine?
Now, that's a lot of hypocrisy going on right there. Because how could he be talking about motherly love just hours after he and his friend brutally ended the life of someone else's mother? Anyway, following their arrests, both Darius Miles and Michael Lynn Davis were charged with capital murder. Now, in Alabama, capital murder is the highest possible charge. It means they weren't just accused of killing Jamia. It meant they had committed murder under circumstances that made the crime even worse. And in this case, those circumstances were clear. They blocked Jamia's car in, preventing her from escaping. They escalated a minor argument into deadly violence. They shot into an occupied vehicle, which is an automatic capital offense in Alabama. While the investigation was still ongoing, the University of Alabama wasted no time cutting ties with Darius Miles. A public statement confirmed that he was immediately removed from the basketball team. Now, while that was a good start in bringing him to justice, Jamia's family could hardly wait to see him and his accomplice pay the real price for what they took from them. Here's a statement from Miles's coach.
Tough situation. I talked to Darius's mother multiple times yesterday. Very hard situation on both accounts. So, we just continue to pray for Jamia and her family, although I didn't know them, but they're certainly in our thoughts and prayers.
Everything was fine the last time Jamia's mother,
So you telling me they ain't never investigated Brandon Miller? He ain't never get taken in for nothing? He ain't never get no... I'm not saying he should, you know what I'm saying? Because like they said, he didn't know what was going on. He just bought the blick. He didn't know what was going on, you feel me? It could have been some ops down the road, you feel me, that was trying to do something, you know what I mean? He could have thought that. It could have been anything. But I'm just saying, I just want to know, did they question him or anything?
Carla Hurd spoke to her daughter. It was on the same evening before her murder, Saturday, January 14th, 2023. She left her son, Kaney, in her mother's care before making the trip to visit her cousin. But a few hours later, around 8 p.m., DeCarla's phone rang, and it was FaceTime from Jamia. The call wasn't intentional, though. Jamia had accidentally called her mom while holding her phone. Normally, she would have quickly ended the call when she realized the mistake, but her son's voice over the phone pulled her in. And just like that, she stayed. "Hey, what are y'all doing?" she asked her mother. DeCarla and Kaney were in the living room playing Connect 4, but as always, Kaney had been cheating in the game. They had a good laugh about it before Jamia asked Kaney to come to the screen. Kane ran over, giggling as he danced in front of the camera. His mother shook her head playfully and told him he was so silly. It was just another family moment of love and laughter, but little did they know it would be their last. DeCarla said she was restless and couldn't sleep after they dropped the call that night. She tossed and turned on her bed throughout the night. Then, at 7 a.m., she heard a knock at the door. Her heart dropped as she opened the door, but little told him he was so silly. It was just another family moment of love and laughter, but little did they know it would be their last. DeCarla said she was restless and couldn't sleep after they dropped the call that night. She tossed and turned on her bed throughout the night. Then, at 7 a.m., she heard a knock at the door. Her heart dropped as she opened the door to see police officers standing there. They told her she needed to call the Tuscaloosa Police Department immediately, but DeCarla already knew. Before they could say another word, she screamed, "Don't tell me she's dead! Don't tell me she's dead!"
She already knew.
And just like that, her worst fears became a hunting reality. A few months after her daughter's murder, DeCarla filed a lawsuit against 3 people. Darius Miles, the University of Alabama basketball player who supplied the gun, Michael Lynn Davis, the man who pulled the trigger that killed Jamia, and Brandon Miller, the other University of Alabama basketball player who brought the gun to the scene at Darius's request.
So they did do something to Brandon Miller. Damn. Do the little boy King got a pop? Or is Cedric his pops?
Now, the state prosecutors had initially not charged Brandon Miller with any crime, but in DeCarla's eyes, he had played a major role in her daughter's death.
He didn't know, though.
She believed that if he hadn't delivered the gun,
Jamea
Jamea might still be alive. But
he didn't know, bro.
Months later, DeCarla
Can't do that to my man's Brandon. He didn't know. How was he supposed to know that he was going to use that blick for that? Maybe he just he thought his man just needed some protection.
Something shocking. She amended the lawsuit and added a 4th person, Jamea's own boyfriend, Cedric Johnson. You see, from the outside looking in, Cedric looked like the hero of this story. He had tried to protect Jamea by firing back at the attackers, but DeCarla believed he shared some responsibility for what happened that night. She claimed that Cedric knew, or should have known, that bringing a gun to a dispute and firing it would make things worse. She wasn't saying he killed Jamea, but she believed that his actions contributed to her death. It was a shocking move, but some people agreed with her, arguing that if Cedric hadn't shot back, Michael Davis might not have fired the fatal shot that took Jamea's life.
Bro, what? So he's just gonna let the bull blick at him and not do anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just gonna let the bull blick at them and not do anything about it? And just, now, what if he didn't have a blick and he didn't shoot back and they just kept blicking, bam, 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 bam? You know what I'm saying? They already didn't block them in. They already was planning on ending their life.
Meanwhile, others are saying that Cedric did what any man would do to protect the woman he loved.
Exactly.
But there's a twist. Some reports suggest that Cedric had enough time to drive away from the scene before the confrontation escalated into deadly violence. In fact, according to investigators, video evidence from the crime scene showed that Cedric might have been stalking Davis and Miles before the gun violence erupted. Now, the 2 defendants are using this narrative to defend themselves, saying they feared for their lives and acted in self-defense. But whatever the case, the judge and jury will determine that. At the time of making this video, Darius Miles and Michael Lynn Davis remain behind bars, awaiting their trial.
Darius Miles will stay in jail for a little bit longer. This is the 2nd time that the judge has denied his bond. Now, what we do know is that today, Darius Miles' attorney shared impact statements from people who knew Darius best, hoping that would be enough to get the judge to set a bond for the Alabama basketball star. There were also concerns of Darius Miles being a flight risk, but today we learned that his parents actually moved down to Alabama and are renting a house here to be closer to their son, but unfortunately that was not enough to get the judge to set a bond.
If convicted, they could be spending the rest of their lives behind bars or even face the ultimate penalty, but no sentence.
They should for sure. Now, why are y'all trying to blame my man Cedric for blicking back, bro? That's what any person would do. I didn't even think he was strapped at first. I thought he was lagging. I was about to say, oh, you cook, man. But then I realized he had a blick, so of course he did what he should have did. You know what I'm saying? The mom, I get it. Your daughter just died and stuff. You know what I mean? You hurting, you going through it. Your emotions is crazy. You trying to blame any and every person that was there. She might even blame the cousin. You know what I'm saying? For even going to that college or even, you know what I'm saying? Making them visit her. You know what I mean? You gonna sue the cousin for saying, hey, what's it called? Whatever her name is. Come visit me at this college. You gonna sue her too? You know what I'm saying? I get it, bro. But it's like, come on, bro. You know, it's only the 2 bulls. Not Brandon Miller, not Cedric, not anybody else, not the baby. No, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
will ever bring Jamia back. Her family and friends are all living a nightmare that will never end. Her son, Kaney, will grow up without a mother. He will have to learn about her through pictures and stories.
I spoke with the victim's mom, who said she still hasn't broken the news to her daughter's 5-year-old child.
I know at some point he's going to want to know where his mom is.
Yeah.
And when that time comes, I just don't know how I explain it.
This tragedy is especially hard for DeCarla. She will never get to see her daughter or hug her again. She will never get to see her watch her son grow up, celebrate birthdays, or build the life she had always dreamed of. Everything was stolen from her because two men had their egos so bruised that they couldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah, but especially, I'm not even trying to be on no disrespectful shit, bro. But she wasn't even that bad for y'all to be so pressed about her, bro. She said no, gang. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other fish out to sea, and she wasn't even the best one. And like I said, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm literally just saying, like, she wasn't, bro. Like, let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, why was y'all trying to get it so bad? You know what I'm saying? My nigga, you a D1 boy. All you gotta do is walk on the campus. There's gonna be plenty of college thotties that's ready to suck you up right there, bro. I'm be honest, bro. Why are you trying to go for somebody that don't even go to the college? And you know what I mean? Like, I don't get niggas sometimes. I really don't, bro. Cause it's two types of bulls out there. It's the ones that got a girlfriend, and then when their girlfriend leaves them or don't want them no more, they go smoke the girlfriend because they feel like they can't get any other pussy other than her. They don't even know how they got her, so they like, bro, if you leave me, I have nothing else. So I'm just gonna have to smoke you because you're not going anywhere. Or you got the bulls that don't got a girlfriend and they try to go get at a girl and the girl rejects them, and then they go smoke the girl that rejects them because I don't know what they feel like. They feel like they can't get no other pussy other than her. She's their last hope, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been the homeboy. I feel like the homeboy, the dark skinned boy that shot the shot. I think he's the one that was really like antagonizing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get why the D1 basketball player would really care that much. I think the little homie, you feel me, just talking about, you don't know what I do. You don't know who I am. I smack people. It had to be him. He was the one attacking.
Do you think Cedric Johnson should be held responsible for Jamia's death, or was he simply trying to protect her? And as for Brandon Miller, who brought the gun to the scene but was never charged, do you think he should bear some responsibility for what happened as well?
Cause he in the league hooping right now. You feel me? The Hornets need him, bro. We don't need Cuz in jail. You know what I'm saying? But look, bro, Cedric was doing what he had to do, bro. He was protecting his girlfriend and protecting the cousin, bro. You know what I'm saying? The cousin's still alive. You know what I'm saying? So, who was to say that if he didn't have a blick, all three of them couldn't have been dead? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, nah. Bro let off one last lucky shot and just happened to hit her, bro. But that ain't Cedric's fault. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't Cedric's fault at all. You know what I mean? Damn, that's crazy. Let me know how y'all feel about it down below in the comments. Who fault y'all think it is? Y'all think it's the boy's fault? Y'all think it's Cedric's fault? Brandon Miller's fault? The cousin? Who? Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. They said that Cedric might have had enough time to leave, but they wanted the food. They was waiting for the food. He could have left, you feel me? But they wanted the food, so I guess they already paid for it. So they're like, we're not leaving while we just paid for the food and we didn't get it yet. So I understand, bro, but it's a crazy situation. Y'all leave a like on this video. This was a crazy one, man. We out.